A tribute to the original Scream Queen, Jamie Lee Curtis. Halloween, its sequels, and her career, by Anna Cobo.
And obviously Halloween has given me my entire creative life, so.
Jamie Lee Curtis's career spans over 40 years. Let's honor the original Scream Queen by recapping the main moments in her career, her Hollywood royal blood, and her newest film. When you think of Halloween films, you can't help but remember the classics. The main horror movies that had you screaming at the top of your lungs when you were a kid. Movies like King Kong paved the way to introduce a Hollywood character, the Scream Queen, a damsel in distress who yells for her life and, most often than not, is the one who survives after scrimmaging against a serial killer. Beautiful women screaming in terror has always intrigued audiences, and has us rooting for their well-being. A variety of movie titles come to mind when thinking about Halloween classics, such as Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and many more. Numerous actresses had their careers skyrocketed to fame thanks to the success of all these franchises. Those movies wouldn't have been what they were without having their original Scream Queens as part of their cast. The birth of Halloween. In 1978, a young Jamie Lee Curtis was cast as the lead for a film called Halloween, a story about a mentally ill patient who had escaped the asylum and on Halloween night decided to stalk babysitters and kill them all. Jamie Lee Curtis played the shy, book-smart teenager who successfully survives the killing spree of Michael Myers. The low-budget film was destined for greatness, as it delivered to the studios an incredible gross at the box office, making it rank first in the United States and paving the way for Jamie Lee Curtis's career, and many, many sequels.
Halloween 4.
Hollywood royalty. Although Jamie Lee Curtis was no stranger to fame, she had been brought up between the bright lights of paparazzi cameras and Hollywood glamour. The actress is the daughter of Janet Leigh and Tony Curtis, actual Hollywood royalty. Janet Leigh and Tony Curtis were like a 1950s Brangelina of the time. I would give an example of a more relevant couple, but I don't think that there has been another pair as big as these two since. It wasn't by coincidence the film Halloween ended in Jamie Lee Curtis's hands, as one of the producers pushed hard for Jamie's spot in the movie, with the awareness of Jamie's background. As it turned out, for Deborah Hill's luck, writer and producer of Halloween, Jamie was the daughter of the main Scream Queen of all time. Scream Queen II.
From the current Queen of Halloween, repping her own bloodline's original Scream Queen,
Jamie Lee Curtis forms part of the second generation of Scream Queens. Her mother, Janet Leigh, was the original. She played Marion Crane, the damsel in distress that gets murdered inside the doors of the mysterious Bates Motel in Alfred Hitchcock's classic Psycho. Anthony Perkins' character stabbed Leigh several times before she dramatically lays flat on the bathtub floor, shedding ounces of blood. Leigh and Perkins are part of the most iconic scenes that has ever existed in a horror movie, making Jamie Lee Curtis literally have Scream Queen flourished in her genes. Thanks to this, Curtis then became the lead for many sequels that followed the original Halloween. Let me add a little fun fact here. Halloween was said to be inspired by the movie Psycho. Rings a bell? Janet Leigh, Jamie's mother. What a great full circle we have there. A James Cameron apparition. After the film's success, Jamie went ahead to star in many slasher films, with her character being somewhat the same. Curtis knew she had more to offer and, for a while, rejected any role that was part of a horror film.
I said out loud to my agents, that's it, I will not do another horror film.
She proceeded to star in comedies that earned the actress many awards and accolades. In 1994, Jamie Lee Curtis was phoned by film director / god of the movie world, James Cameron.
The phone rang and it was Jim Cameron. It was like, hello, hi Jamie, it's James Cameron. Hi, Jim.
Cameron asked Curtis to play the lead alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger in the action comedy True Lies. Without further thought and without reading the script, she agreed. Because really, who would spend more than 30 seconds thinking what to say when James Cameron asked if they wanted to be part of their movie? Not me, and clearly not Jamie. The film was nominated for an Academy Award, while Jamie won a Golden Globe for her performance as Best Actress.
Oh, far out. I'd like to thank the Hollywood Press Association for giving me a chance to represent a movie that everybody worked so hard on.
The latter kept getting higher as Jamie kept reaching the better and more prominent roles. She then starred in the ABC sitcom Anything But Love, where she received her second Golden Globe for her portrayal as Hannah Miller, the mom in Freaky Friday. Honestly, I'm a bit ashamed to admit that I wasn't up to date on Jamie Lee Curtis's career and impact in the horror genre. I know her as Tony Curtis's daughter because I'm obsessed with Some Like It Hot and the mom in Freaky Friday. You know?
My hair, it's gone. And what is this? What have you done to my
Mom,
ear?
it's an earring.
Take it out.
That film with Lindsay Lohan where mother and daughter exchange places after eating a fortune cookie. They end up fixing their relationship by understanding what it really means to be in each other's shoes. Not to mention, as a big Ryan Murphy fan, I saw her awesome portrayal in the series Scream Queen, starring Emma Roberts, Billy Lord, Lea Michele, and Ariana Grande. Jamie Lee Curtis had here recreated Janet Leigh's famous Psycho scene. Her life is filled with amazing circles. Ready to scream again this Halloween? Jamie Lee Curtis keeps honoring the horror genre, and since her debut, has participated in over 5 Halloween sequels, some of which have terrible reviews. Let me be honest here, Halloween 2 had no storyline. I wanted Michael Myers to kill me so I could stop watching. But just like anything, practice makes perfect, because when it comes to the 20th anniversary of the film, with Halloween H2O, that version had me screaming, just like Jamie did every time we see that horrible masked killer. The film keeps grossing twice its budget in the box office. And with that comes the newest addition to the franchise, Halloween Kills.
Halloween Kills is about the collateral damage that happens to a town when something happens like the 1978 movie.
Where Jamie plays Laurie Strode, but 40 years later. It will be interesting to see what Jamie Lee Curtis will do to approach the character, as we have seen her grow as a person and as Laurie. The film's themes are encrusted in the feeling of trauma, and the latter had made us trying to understand who these characters are after they've gone through so much. Jamie Lee Curtis continues to be the original Scream Queen, and we cannot wait for her new film to be released.